and welcome to another Saturday edition of the pre-weekend kickoff. We're having a Saturday show at 8:30 because last night I was working down in the town of Olean doing coupon printers for the Tops, chain of supermarkets. The first project that I've had where essentially I'm replacing all of the Catalina coupon printers. Now, usually I would expect this to take 2 hours, but no, it took about 8 hours to get took about 8 to 9 hours to get the whole job done. And this wasn't the only crazy work day I had this week. Can you believe it? I zigzagged across the state. They don't call me the New York State Road Warrior for nothing. Monday started in Rochester to work on a printer, then Tuesday I went down to Olean to do a 7-Eleven store to replace the UPS battery, and then Wednesday back in Rochester to do that printer again, but nobody was there to actually find the part. Thursday I was all the way in Albany. I had 2 jobs, one of them working on a network switch and then installing a printer at the local CarMax shop, and then yesterday back to Olean, and it's not as stressful if that's the only job scheduled on the docket. But I had 2 other jobs. Yes, road runners, perfect way to explain that. I hate Janet. This was not fun because I had 2 or 3 other jobs in Pennsylvania that I had to get to. So that was, but again, this was a new process. I had to learn a lot of things. I had to get the procedure down. And thinking back, this goes back to when I did the Citizens Bank project, when I upgraded the computers at the Citizens Bank, how the first day I did it, it took a while. Now, grant you, I was working as a team instead of alone, so that's a little bit. I noticed when I'm working with others, the job gets done much faster, as opposed to working alone, but still. And usually when I worked at those solo sites, I took more time to do the job than I did working as a team. So, but still, to learn the procedure, to get it down, I'm hoping the next sites, and I do have 3 more sites on Monday. I have to go back to Jamestown and do the same thing that I did, and those Pennsylvania sites that were originally scheduled for Friday, they've now been moved to Wednesday. So, and there's only so much that I can take. I mean, the company that I'm working for, Barrister, likes to offer me a lot of jobs in the same day, and they're easy to get to if the jobs take a reasonable amount of time. But like this past week has demonstrated, most of the jobs take longer than expected, and there's a certain boiling point where I can say I've taken only so much, and I know I need to see the job to completion. But when it starts to take several hours more, again, a 9-hour job that was really supposed to take 2 hours, the next vehicle could be a motorhome or repair. That's a good one. Wizard of Oz reference. Yes, that's a good one. I was just explaining how I've been running all over the place, doing a job here, doing a job there, and sometimes these jobs take longer than expected, and sometimes I get very frustrated, and it's hard to. It's really hard to know exactly when to throw in the towel, when to actually give up, and things like that. But I just keep pushing through it. I keep persisting through it, and it's not. And I get it done no matter. Try to get it done no matter what. It's very difficult. So. I've been going all over the state, and on Monday I have to go all the way to, as I said, Jamestown. Then I'm back into Lockport, and all over. So, any advice do you have about when jobs get long and I get frustrated, please let me know, because I know it's really not fun once you get to a certain part. Once you get to a certain part, and but I have to get it down. Usually, I'm hoping the next jobs don't go as long as the one yesterday. It's supposed to take 2 hours. They they do have a schedule. Yes, when I'm alone, it will take longer than working with it. Yes, so these are when I first. Yeah, so when I first get assigned these jobs, they have a set time. And here's the catch thing. Well, here's the catch. They're scheduled at a certain time because Barrister knows how long each of the jobs should take. But there's a difference between schedule and reality. So when I get on site, for one job, there are unexpected and unanticipated issues that I have to tackle first, or certain things that I thought I knew how to do, but then it takes time for me to learn, for example, how to enter data into the database that I have to submit for these tech and tool. It's called Tech and Tool. So these are originally scheduled for certain times, but then in reality, I go way over the scheduled time, and I get calls from the company asking me what's going on or where I am. And when that happens, I'm a little bit frustrated. But I know I have to finish the job, so I try to finish the job as much as I can. And then the jobs, if I have other jobs scheduled that day, and I'd have to call them and try to reschedule them for another day to see if they can fit on a day when I am free and available, when I don't have these other jobs that have been also scheduled a week or two in advance. So it's a lot of juggling. It is really a lot of juggling to handle, and I just have to keep rolling with it, and eventually all the jobs will work out. That's when it is a lot of stress, and that's why we have the music, and that's why we have the music, and that's why at the weekend of the shows to look forward to. Speaking of music, we're going to get back to it, and then we're going to come back and play some more Pipe Dream, and a lot more on the way, right here in the pre-weekend kickoff. On the way, right here in the pre-weekend kickoff. Here, the music never dies, and the Testing. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we just played AJR's "Yes I'm a Mess," and what we're gonna do as soon as I can try to figure out. We're gonna. I try to stall. We're gonna put something else in. I know this is usually the show and tell segment, but I want to try to divert something for a little bit. Let me just see. Here we go. We're just very, very excited, Matt and I, because testing 1, 2, 3. Yes, because tomorrow is the OCC, what we call the Percussion Suite reunion, and in it, we're actually going to play a piece. And I told you this on a previous show, but now that it's here, I'll recap. We have a show, or it's a concert that involves OCC percussion alumni. OCC, people who have played OCC percussion, students who once studied percussion and music at OCC. They come back every year. We put on a big concert, and there's just the fun of getting back together and playing. So part of it is rehearsing for a concert, and actually we are going to we're going to play a piece that I suggested. And Aunt Janet, this is going to be wonderful news for you. It's one of those Anna Music Pipe Dream. It's the original Pipe Dream Anna Music, which we're going to play. And Matt and I have been trying to practice over the past 2 weeks to get our parts done. I'll be playing the marimba. Yes, I will be playing the marimba. You will be playing the congas, which are very small drums. And it's been a while since I've actually played that music, but I've memorized enough that I think I have almost the entire piece down, and I say almost the entire piece down because there are some parts where back in 2009 I wanted to play this, but unfortunately they never got around to it. So there are parts that I mastered, I feel like I'm more comfortable with in 2009 than I am now, and there are several parts where I feel like I haven't practiced enough to master them yet, and I'm a little bit nervous that by the time we come to play them tomorrow, I'm going to mess up or I'm going to screw up, and because I don't have those parts down. I'll wing it the best as I can, but keep in mind the goal of this is not to be perfect, it's to have fun, enjoy each other's company, and also enjoy making music together. Now keep in mind the other percussion alumni who are joining us, they've been doing this for a living now. Most of them are music teachers, and they have more experience with music than we do. But I don't feel like I need to be worried or concerned all that much as long as I do my best. Because again, we're all having fun, and that's the point of it. Again, this is 15 years in the making. In 2009, I wanted us to play this piece, but they were busy with other stuff. So fortunately, it took 15 years. Unfortunately, it's taking 15 years, but I'm very, very excited. It's just a fun. Oh, thank you. So tomorrow, the concert's at 7 p.m. tomorrow, and that's on the LCC campus. Usually, it's been scheduled for the afternoons, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But unfortunately, somebody that Rob Bridge knew passed away, and the funeral is tomorrow afternoon. So we're having the concert a little bit later than normally scheduled, but at least we get to have it after all. And I'm hoping somebody's going to film it and put it on YouTube. I'm going to ask somebody who attend. Probably I'll ask somebody who's in the audience to film it with my phone, or to film it so that we can get it on video. I mean, we've been waiting 15 years, and I really want somebody to record it so I can show it with you guys next show. So we're going to play the original version of the piece, and actually for the next couple of songs, we're going to play. We're going to play certain ones that are done in the style. I call it in the style of. You'll plan to attend the concert on Sunday at 7 o'clock. Just. If it's at OCC, Matt and I are playing in it. And again, the next three songs are going to be pieces that are done in this, or at least the first song that you'll now hear is the piece that we're actually playing, or the original arrangement and video of the piece that we're going to be playing tomorrow. The next one is actually a fan-made. So you see, the Animusic franchise ended, I think, back in 08 and 09. They only it's the Academic 2. Yes, it's the Academic 2 building recital hall. I don't know the parking lot number. So I put the building and parking lot information. I don't really know the parking lot number. I know that it's in the Academic 2 building, the recital hall. I don't know the parking lot number. Okay. So anyway, the Animusic franchise ended in around 2008 or 9, but then there are fans who are big fans of the Animusic project, and that have done different things with it, and so they've made their own version of the original Pipe Dream, and then the last song in the next block out of the three is actually a mashup of a Pipe Dream and a song called The Marble Machine, which is performed by Winter Garden, and that was inspired by Pipe Dream. So please enjoy the next three songs. I know Aunt Janet, you'll get a kick out of this. When we come back, it's Bump It or Dump It. It's the famed Bump It or Dump It time. So please enjoy Pipe Dream and cheer us on as we perform this. At least as we perform the first one live tomorrow night. I just wanted to welcome Laura onto the show. I know you're tuning in towards the very end, but I just want to introduce the next video. We're kind of transitioning between songs here, but for Laura and Dave, if you're listening, I just want to introduce the next music video. If you liked the music video that you just saw, you're gonna love the next one. It's the original Animusic Pipe Dream that I'm actually performing in a concert tomorrow with fellow OCC percussion alumni. That's tomorrow at 7 p.m. with my fellow OCC percussion alumni. I'll be playing the marimba part, so this is Animusic Pipe Dream. Enjoy. Okay, Laura, you asked exactly where we're performing this. We're performing this piece at OCC Onondaga Community College. That was the first college that I attended before transferring to Syracuse University back in 2009. So this is actually going to be in the new building that they built after we graduated. It's called Academic 2. There was a building on campus that was known as Academic 1, but that during my freshman year at OCC was renamed to Mawhinney Hall, and that used to be known as Academic 1. So now they built an Academic 2, and that's where the music department at Onondaga Community College is now. The music department used to be in a smaller building called the Gordon Student Center, and I actually remember playing in that building. But as of 2013 or 2014, excuse me, when they built the new Academic 2 building, larger spaces, larger performance, larger rehearsal spaces, almost a completely different building dedicated to OCC's music department, and that is now located in what's known as Academic 2. And I've been performing in that building probably since 2014 when I attended my first Percussion Suite reunion concert. They have these concerts almost every year. They didn't have them in 2020 or 2021 because of the pandemic, but they've had them since 2014, and it's an opportunity for the students, the alumni, the students who studied percussion under Rob Bridge at OCC to get together to perform again and have a good time. And the song that you just heard, the music video that you saw and heard before we took the PSA break, that's the original composition of the piece that we'll be performing tomorrow, and it's part of the Anna Music series that was originally released all the way back in 2001. That's just hopefully it will be recorded. I know Mom's planning to attend, and I'll give the camera to her, and she'll at least hopefully record this. And next show is going to be a big show. It's going to be March 1st, the day before Rachel's birthday, the day before Rachel's 34th birthday. And not only is it going to be a big show for that reason, but it's also the start of banquet weekend for WJPZ, Z89 radio station that I used to be a part of. So to honor that and to honor Rachel's birthday, we are going to do a 34-hour marathon of non-stop hits, non-stop music to honor Rachel's 34 years of life. 1 hour for every year that Rachel is born. Going to be a lot of Forever Living classic hits. Hopefully we'll try to maybe involve the rest of the members of the original Forever Living to do something. And hopefully I'll get some of the WJPZ, the Z89 alumni, to join me during that part. So that's all for next week. I'm looking forward to that for next week. Hopefully my work schedule allows me to get back in time for a Friday night show. I know I have 3 jobs, I think, scheduled for that day alone, and hopefully they don't take as long as last night's did, so I'm able to have a show, and but we'll see. Things can change. No, they didn't have 24 hours worth of music. This is really to honor you, Rachel. 34 hours of music. But no, the original Forever Living did not have 24 hours worth of music. But it's going to be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. As for right now, we are going to play everyone's favorite game. That is Bumper or Dumper, and I have 3 great hits on deck. One of them is, one of the new AJR. We'll play that last. But we're going to switch things up here, and the first one is actually Beyonce's new country hit, Texas Hold'em. I know Rachel brought that to my attention last week, and so we're gonna play that, and and then see if you like it. If you like it, bump it. If you don't, dump it. And then we're gonna move on to a song by Shinedown. I heard this on 97.9 Kiss FM, A Symptom of Being Human, and then we're gonna close with AJR. So the voting begins now, and we'll see which one of these songs comes out on top. No, I'm sorry, Swifties, but Taylor Swift is not included in this next bunch of Bumper to Dump It songs, but let's see how you like them. Let's see how you Thank you for the participation. Thank you for Yes, thank you very much for the participation. It looks like the Beyonce song won out. Pretty much all three songs actually had the same amount of votes. It was interesting watching Elizabeth's votes to give percentages of bumps. That's the first time that I've actually seen that. So I'd like I'd like for Elizabeth and Alex to explain their voting methods tonight. So, for example, the Shinedown song, each of you gave a half bump, and for the AJR song, Elizabeth gave a 75% bump. So I'd like to know what your voting methods are. Thank you, Aunt Janet, for wishing us well in the concert. I'm hoping doing well. Hoping to share at least a video of it next show so that you can actually see it live. But anyway, this is something I've never seen before. Half bump, 75% bump. I didn't even know that you could even give percentages. Beyonce wanted to dance to the other songs were a little bit depressed. Oh, okay. I guess I know my audience. Thank you for the feedback. So usually instead of closing the show with this winning song, because tomorrow's the concert, and I want to play the heck out of this because I love the piece. We are going to close with Pipe Dream, and everyone, please wish me well. I know it's been 15 years in the making, and I know it can't be perfect. It's going to be the best that we can. Matt and I will be performing at this, and this is something I look forward to every year. Getting back together with the percussion alumni, going back to the college that started it all, OCC. It's just a wonderful time. So thank you very much, and please enjoy the piece, the original version of the piece that we will be performing tomorrow, and then hopefully next show you'll be able to see the real thing. So Mazel Tov and good night. Mazel Tov and good